Hello and welcome back. Now we discuss the difference between the consumer goods and the capital services. Consumer services and capital services. In previous lesson, we discussed about the capital goods and capital consumer good, and now we discuss the consumer services and capital services. So consumer services refer the services provided to individuals for their personal use or consumption. These services can be in variety of industries, include retailing, hospitality, healthcare, finance, and entertainment. Examples of consumer services include retail, sales of goods in retail or online. Second type is hospitality, accommodations such as hotel, resorts, and vacations, rentals, as well as food and beverages services such as restaurant and cafes. Third type is healthcare. Medical services such as doctor visits, dentistry, and mental health sciences. Next, fourth type is finance. Banking, insurance, investment services are the types of consumer services. Entertainment, amusement parks, cinemas, and live performances is also a type of consumer services. The consumer services industries is a significant part of global economy as individuals around the world rely on these services for their everyday need and want. And we see that the services of teacher, actor, doctor, lawyer, also the some banking, consumer services, banking, all the types of consumer services. Services taken by consumer directly, teaching, acting, banking, insurance, and retailing. Now we discuss the capital services. Capital services refer to the productive services that capital assets provide over time. Capital assets are physically assets such as machinery, building, and equipment that are used to produce goods and services. These assets are expected to last for more than 1 year and used rapidly in production of goods. Capital services can be through as a output that capital assets produce over time. For example, a machinery that produces 1,000 weight per hour in providing 1,000 unit of capital services per hour. The value of capital services is typically measured in terms of their contribution to production, and they are an important factor in determining the productivity of an economy. Overall, capital services are crucial component of economic growth and development as they enable businesses to produce more goods and services and increase their output over time. Services generally taken by the manufacturer in completing the production process include advertising, banking, warehousing, insurance, communication, and transportation. In advertising, through advertising, manufacturers easily convey their message to the consumer. Branding and promotions thing are generally part of advertising. Second, banking. Bank provide the facility to manufacturers to giving loan, opening account, and opening LC and other services. Warehousing generally helpful to the manufacturers to store their raw material, finished good, and other component. Insurance will compensate the businessman in case of loss, and communication, through communication manufacturers know, get exact idea of customers need and want from all over the world. So communication give the services to manufacturers to produce exact customers requirement. And transportation, through transportation manufacturers supply the good from one place to another place. So these are the types of services that manufacturer can take. So indirectly, we see that all those services that are used by the manufacturer to completing the production process is called capital services. Thank you very much. Today we complete and the difference between comparison between the consumer services and capital services. I hope you understand and the concept. Thank you.